The most important decision a person can make in their life is who they choose to share their lives with. Because that choice can either make your life miserable or so happy and rewarding. My two favorite subjects have always been health and relationships, and that has been since I was a teenager. I've delved in both of them. And me today at 50, from what I've learned and applied to my life, I am in excellent health, and I am in a lovely, wonderful, loving, caring relationship, going on 7 years strong now. So with those two bits of accomplishment, I feel I have a little knowledge that I'd like to impart on you guys as to how I got to where I am today in my such an amazing relationship with an amazing man. Okay, so finding a partner today, we have the internet, dating sites, Tinder, all those are just so, a lot of the popular dating sites are loaded with men looking to just hook up for the night under the guise of looking for my soulmate. I know you all have heard it as much as I have. So many women complaining how, they only attract jerks. I don't think they're attracting jerks. I think they're allowing jerks in their life. I think they're choosing jerks. I've had all types of men approach me, but you need to weed out and see the signs and notice the red flags. And I think the most important weapon women have in their arsenal to make sure that they're not attracting a jerk and that they are attracting and setting themselves up for a really healthy relationship, the one most important tool in your arsenal is self-respect. Because without self-respect, you are going to allow anything, really bad things into your life. And I'm going to share a little story with you about self-respect and how I didn't have any at age 20 and allowed a man to really play with my mind. And I allowed that. I was 20 years old. It was my father. I'm going to make it really quick. It was my son's father. We were together for 3 years. I was trying to change him and make it work. And of course now we know that you cannot change somebody. But we were arguing on the telephone and he said, I break up with you. I'm done with you. And I'm crying and pleading with him and he said, all right, I won't break up with you if you bring me that lamp. I had this really cool lamp. And he always loved it. So here's me at 20 years old with zero self-respect, crying, unassembling the lamp and putting it in a box and crying while I'm doing it because I had no self-respect and it felt horrible. And I brought the lamp to his house in tears only because of how I was allowing myself to be disrespected. It hurt. And within a few weeks, I found my self-respect. Again, in the car, we were driving and he started to lose it. He started to take steroids and that kind of messes with your mood. And I remember I was scared and I was at a red light and there was a police car in the opposite direction at the red light, and I said to myself, well, this is my opportunity to get away from this guy. And as soon as the light turned green, I started to go in the intersection, and as the police was in the intersection too, I flailed my arms at him as I was driving. I wasn't hitting him, I was just flailing, making it look like it. Cop turned around, turned on his siren, I pulled over. He said, you get out of the car. After he determined what was going on, he said, you walk, and turned to me and said, if I see you turn around and pick him up, you're both going to jail. And I was like, I'm not picking him up. So I got in my car and I knew I had about 40 minutes before he walked home, and I just drove straight to his home, knocked on the door, his roommate answered. I said, hi, I have to get the lamp that's over here. We're doing a photo shoot at my house. He said, oh, of course. Went in, got the lamp, went home, reassembled it, put it in my thing, and I said, I am done feeling like this. I got my self-respect back, and I broke up with him that night. And we did see each other a little bit after that, but it wasn't romantic at all. I got my self-respect back, and I felt so good. I did what made me feel good. And after that, I was in a beautiful relationship for 15 years with a wonderful guy. And the reason we broke up is because he ended up moving to the East Coast. I can't be away from my family and friends on the West Coast. And then I meet Marcus because my standards were so high. And believe me, how many jerks did I have approach me? But I knew that I could feel the way they made my heart feel and my brain. I knew it wasn't right, and I listened. So a problem that a lot of girls make, and maybe if you are attracting a jerk, is it's the way you're portraying yourself. So that brings us to Ginger and Marianne. Are you a Ginger or are you a Marianne? Gingers portray themselves as having lavish lifestyles, handbag addictions. They're rude and unkind or uncompassionate to people in public. They have this need to make others feel bad about what they don't have by portraying and flaunting everything they do have. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I do have a little Ginger in me as well, as far as, the way she moves and stuff. But as far as humility goes, I feel I am a lot more Marianne than Ginger. I don't want to make other people feel bad for what they don't have. And when Marcus met me, he saw a very humble, kind girl who was polite and compassionate to people in the street. And he thought, to live this kind of life, or to have a life of an uptight woman with, serious shopping addictions and, a need to flaunt and make others feel bad. He was like, no, I think I like this girl. And as far as Marcus goes, I saw a humble, kind, sweet gentleman. And I was attracted to him. Now, I always had a list of things I want and don't want, but a lot of women don't know what they want in a man. They're not sure, but they definitely know what they don't want. And that's very helpful and important too. Make a quick list. My list contained, this is what I didn't want in a man, and I've carried it for decades. No jealousy, no lying, no drugs, alcohol, or drinking, or smoking. I needed a man with direction, not lazy, kind, compassionate, helpful. That's Marcus. And when I would meet a man and he possessed any of those qualities, that was it, because I knew I can't change them. And I'm not going to waste my precious years hoping and wishing and praying that he's going to change, because they're not. And that brings me to, in conclusion, just take a really good close look at yourself. If you look on the internet of Ginger and Marianne, most men are attracted to Marianne type. And it seems like the world nowadays is loaded with Gingers. And it's just sad, and it's just really simple to just change the way you're looking at life and how you're portraying yourself. And as far as jerks go, usually they're the real good-looking ones, the ones that have notches on their belts. And that's when I realized, when my son was 3 years old, when 4 different groups of girls said hello to him in the park upon entering, and then the 5th one was driving past with her mother, stuck her torso out the window. Hi, Juliana. I stood there in disbelief and said, okay, the world does not need another good-looking jerk. This boy is going to be raised differently. And as most of you know my son, he is not a jerk. He's very kind and compassionate. And he's just a lovely human being, and any woman would be thrilled to be in a relationship with him because he is not a jerk. I just want to add one more thing, a very important quality that you must ensure that your mate doesn't have is a temper. He's got to be even keeled when stuff arises. If he's very calm about it, if he loses his wallet, he's not panicking or throwing a fit. That's a keeper. If he can't handle situations, why would you want to be? I don't care how good looking the man is. It's like it brings us back to looks again. And when people say, oh, Cara looks old. Looks are so superficial. What's inside? It's the way you feel. I don't care how this man looks. How does this man make you feel? Own your self-respect and use it. That's what I did. And that's how I landed a great man. And remember, showing off is it's unattractive. Guys really don't like it. Humility, that's the key, as well as self-respect. Okay, you guys, I hope I see you in the kitchen next time. All right, take care. Thanks for listening to me. Bye-bye. Hope this helps.